Hello, I am very sorry for the massive delay in making this video. It has been a while since I posted the part 1, and I know that this delay isn't that great, so I'm very sorry about that. For reference, it is currently October 16th, so it's 2 months until about the 1-year anniversary of my surgery. We're gonna jump back in time to this past January to learn more about my recovery period.
I have a brace on! Yay! So yeah, I got the brace off. I got the cast cut off today. And I start physical therapy, so today's Tuesday. And I start physical therapy on Thursday. My skin is really dry, as you're gonna see in this video, like that I took right after the cast got cut off. But when I got the cast off today, everything felt really good, and my wrist just kind of like started like rotating, because like when it's hard to explain, but like when it's in the cast, it was like put like this, but my wrist has started like rotating out a little bit, which is weird but exciting. Yeah, everything is feeling good so far. Fingers crossed it stays that way. And I will keep you updated with occupational therapy. So I just took my first shower, and I got to take off the like the little like tape that was over the cut. So for the first time, here is my incision. It's really, like, give it a little bit more scale, really not that large, which I'm very happy about. I think that will not be too bad at all. Okay, hey! So it has officially been a little over a week since I got my full arm cast off, and it's officially been a week of occupational therapy. I've had 3 OT sessions. Things are looking really good, kind of. So, as you can see here, this is how the scar is looking right now. The swelling is definitely going down a little bit in my wrist, but by comparison, it's still there, still a little swollen. As for movement, this is what I have going this way. Not bad at all, compared to how it was when I first got it off. I couldn't move it at all, and now I can do this. Fun. The worst part about this is getting this back. Although, you know, actually I haven't really looked in the mirror doing it, and it actually looks kind of good. And same with like going the other way. It's a little difficult getting that type of motion back. But yeah, I've been able to use it a lot more. It hurts a lot though still. So yeah, everything is going really well so far, and yeah.
So that is the end of footage I have really from the whole recovery period. So just a little update of kind of what everything looks like. This is my scar. So if you compare it to the incision, what it looked like right after getting the cast off, it's definitely a lot more healed. As for range of motion, like I can, you know, this is my good arm, this is my bad arm. Great range of motion. This is what it looks like. It's not, again, this one's gonna have a little bit more. You can see this one, I can push it there, but it can't go naturally like all the way flat on its own. As for this direction, same kind of thing. As for like this thing, I'm gonna like stand up a little bit. So the good arm, bad arm, this is what I'm working with. And that's that way. This way is definitely much better than this way. And it's also, I don't know if you could tell, but it takes like a millisecond longer to twist this arm than this arm. And it definitely requires a bit more work. Like I can feel in my body that it requires a bit more work to twist this arm than it does for this one. Again, not really a big deal, it's just noticeable, and I know that's probably going to go away over time, and I've definitely noticed it getting a lot better over time. But yeah, the main thing I noticed still, it gets a little stiff. It's raining today, so it feels a little bit stiffer today, especially with the rain. It'll get painful sometimes. Putting a lot of pressure on it still isn't that great. I can't really like lift really heavy weights still. I mean, I probably could, I just kind of try to avoid it, because I just don't want to risk re-injuring it. It hasn't even been a year yet since surgery, so I just don't want to risk it. I can still pick up like a lot of things, just not really heavy things. I mean, I probably could pick up really heavy things with my right wrist. I just don't want to risk it. It's not worth it to me. So yeah, that is kind of just my great big update. And my biggest recommendation, I think, what I wish I knew before going into occupational therapy, is knowing that it's going to feel really slow at first and you're going to feel really frustrated because you're going to want it to get better immediately because you got the surgery so you can get better. So you're going to like get your cast off and be like, all right, I'm fine now, I can do whatever. But that's not going to be the case, and it's really frustrating. But you're going to be surprised how quickly you're going to recover. Also, I know it depends on age. So I'm 22, for example, so I know that my recovery period and my recovery in general is going to be a lot easier than someone, in their 50s or 60s. So also take that into account. I'm speaking from my own personal experience. I am not a medical professional at all. I'm just talking about my own personal experience, and this is what it was. And just a really quick note on my personal timeline for recovery. It took me about a month and a half after getting my cast off to feel like I got to like a good point. And unfortunately, a month and a half after getting my cast off was the middle of March, and that's when COVID hit the United States. So I was unable to go to occupational therapy moving forward anyways. I was supposed to go for longer actually to increase the strength in my wrist, but I was unable to do so. Of course, a month and a half, that was my own personal recovery period, and, I'm still recovering to this day, but that was kind of the point where I was like, I can move my wrist pretty well, and things are feeling pretty good, and I feel like life is kind of mostly back to normal. Again, that can vary depending on various different factors, so take my 1.5 months with a grain of salt. It could be different, it could be shorter, it could be longer for you, so that was just mine. If you're getting the surgery, I wish you the very best of luck. For me, it's definitely been worth it. My wrist feels so much better. I'm not living in constant pain anymore, which is always great. So yeah, thank you very much for watching.